A new analysis has found that just 50 individuals and corporations have poured more than $1.5 billion into political races this year, with hundreds of millions flowing to both major parties. I got to say, they're both making a ton of money. Timothy Mellon, this was a guy who was born into the right family.
Yeah.
He's an heir to the banking fortune. Never done anything in his life. I mean, literally, if you look at where his life has started, and you say, okay, you got this huge fortune from the Mellon family. What have you done? What have you done constructively in the United States? Go look that up, and you know what you're going to find? Nothing. Right. So, but Timothy, he wants to give to the Republicans. God, the numbers are stacked. 165 million, 125 million, 25. I mean, just these huge checks he's writing to the Republicans. Now, on the other side, you've got Ken Griffin and you've got Michael Bloomberg.
Yeah. Bloomberg is the biggest individual donor himself individually, 41 million, which seems weird because it's smaller than the amounts you said, but that is to a specific candidate's political action committee. So Bloomberg does hold the record of being the biggest single person trying to pay people off, because let's be clear, that's what all this is. Bloomberg, even though he calls himself a Democrat, he doesn't want regulations. He's got these media outlets. He's got his vast fortune. He wants no regulations so he can do what he wants. Same thing with Mellon, same thing with Griffin, same thing with all of these other, you got the crypto industry now.
Oh, I was just going to say, these people are coming out of nowhere.
Right.
The numbers that they're, talk about it.
It's just so weird because, these crypto companies now worth billions for something that doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about Wall Street not creating any value. These people created something that not only just has a value that they say it has, but it's not even real. It is by all accounts imaginary.
Yeah, it is.
And
imaginary.
so they've got billions of dollars and they say, well, hey, there's not a ton of regulations on the crypto industry right now, and we want to keep it that way. We want to make sure people don't realize that we're selling them fairy tales, so let's just pay everybody off.
Of the two parties, who is the most likely to give them support?
Honestly, I don't know. I really couldn't say at this point because I think in terms of these areas that are not tightly regulated yet, I think both parties could go the path of no regulation, just like they've done with tech.
I think it's Republicans.
Do you?
Yeah, I think you're going to get so much money moving into the Republican Party because of these freaks that, as you say, they're selling a fantasy. It's not even real. They're selling air. But they're making so much money selling air, and they're going to pump it in the Republican Party. Of the two parties, there's no question in my mind that the Republicans are getting more billionaire money of the two. I don't really think it's close. Even though this article, Common Dreams, tried to say it sounded like it was a close call, I don't think it's a close call. And I think as the election heats up, you're going to see an astounding amount of money moving over to the Republican Party.
Right, because right now, we're not even seeing the tech guys and their large amounts because, again, that's an industry hugely not regulated.
They haven't made up their mind.
I think you're right. I think they're trying to hedge their bets a little bit right now because they're looking at the same polls saying, we don't know who to give to.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen, I think, is they're going to start looking at the Senate races because Google is actually, as much as Ted Cruz goes after them, they've been a huge funder of Ted Cruz. So what they're going to do, I think, they're going to start picking the smaller races, buying off little politicians here and there. It's much cheaper that way.
Yeah.
And that way, whoever gets in the White House, well, we own all these 435 people.
I think it's going to get to where it's going to be 2-to-1 Republican billionaire money coming into the party for this election.
And it's going to happen soon.
In the next 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Farron, thanks for joining me, okay?
Thank you.
That's all for this week, but you can tune in and subscribe anytime you want. Every week we give you the stories that we think corporate media can't tell you. They can't tell you those stories because they're owned and operated by the advertising dollars. If an advertiser says, you told that story, we're going to pull your dollars because of it. Or they're so tied to a political party that they don't have the ability to color outside the line. If they're Democrat or Republican, they can't color outside the Democrat or Republican lines. As you probably have seen if you follow this show, we don't have that problem. So I hope we'll see you next time I'm Mike Papantonio. This is America's Lawyer.